Carlos and Penny's guilty treasures. Carlos and Penny's guilty treasures. Carlos and Penny's guilty treasures.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so there's not a lot of context yet.
Okay.
But
So Danny and I just watched a YouTube video submitted by the community.
yes.
Submitted by the Guilty Treasures community. Shout out to you treasure hunters.
Yeah, all you fans out there.
Yeah, and namely Alyssa Mae Atkinson. Thank you for this great submission in the group. Please submit anything that you watch on YouTube and you think people would think you're a creep for it, or you know, the thing that you watch that you're like nobody would get this.
Mhm.
That send it to us. We get it.
Yeah.
So this was miniature Cusina, aka tiny cooking.
Tiny cooking for sure. And it's literally just that.
It's that we watched a let's see here, chicken noodle soup, real food cooking in miniature kitchen set. I would say the stove is the size of
It's the size of your hand if you just made it. It's not like you were making your fingers crazy wide, but just holding your hand out comfortably.
Yeah,
you know, like a square.
I would say like making a turkey, like drawing a turkey.
Yes, it's exactly like turkey proportions with your hand for sure.
So turkey proportion. That's the size of the stove, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, we're serving like a Lilliputian.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it
good
too.
Scale? Good scale?
Yeah, it is everything is real. Yeah.
So here's what we were saying. We were noting while we were watching the video that everything. Imagine you are watching a chef prepare chicken noodle soup for you from scratch.
Yes.
And all that it entails. Imagine that in your mind's eye. Now imagine that tiny.
Yeah, and that's literally what it is. Because you see some of it, you see some aspects of it, and you're just like, you don't think I'm gonna not acknowledge that? Okay, there's a kitten here, and it's very playful.
It's very playful.
I really like.
Danny, you're just Hans Gruber.
Look, I push the kitten. I push the kitten.
You just Batman Dark Knight let Ra's al Ghul fall to his death. Just like, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you either.
I know, okay.
You just watched it.
I definitely swept this cat off of this couch.
But to be fair, the couch is like a foot and a quarter off the ground high. Like it's a very
It's not
like,
any danger.
It's not at all. Like it's fine. Everything is fine. The cat's fine. We're all fine. But it's literally the motion with which you swept off the cat. No, first of all, here's the thing. I'm gonna break this down. God damn it. The first thing that I heard was the low growl of a cat before it attacks. We all know that sounds just like,
yeah.
So I heard that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I look up at your eyes looking down at the cat. So I'm like, Danny's clocked this. And then one fell swoop, right up, whoop, didn't even pause, kept your sentence going. I mean, God damn it. That is professional broadcasting.
That's
professional broadcasting.
What you have to understand about kittens is they're very playful.
They're very playful, they don't know when to stop. Like a cat will fuck off.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, a kitten will think, this is the fight of my life.
Yeah, exactly. And he's coming back. Oh, that's the other thing too. Is
she's coming back.
She is all sees. Oh, don't attack the cord. That was my one worry, is because it's a audio equipment. So it's one of those things where if you slice up the XLR cord or anything, it makes it harder to work with, or it could be part of it could electrocute you a little bit. So but
I'm willing to gamble that if that's how I get powers.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I'm holding the cat while I'm electrocuted through an XLR cable, will I get powers?
Oh my gosh. What was the Spider-Man Electro? Was that one with Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, Electro. You're right. Yes.
Dude, what if that was that version of Spider-Man, but I want a version of I just want the same version of Spider-Man where like a Colombian guy gets like and then he doesn't become evil, but rather is just sort of like, yeah, I'll work on your house.
He's the world's best electrician.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, I can't touch too many things. Or like, yeah.
But he's also like, he doesn't have a green card.
Yeah.
But you can't catch him.
Yeah, no, it's like he's not hiding from anybody. He's definitely like maybe an illegal immigrant, and the government's like, come on, man, please just leave. He's like, no. I have family. Family. I need to. I have a breaker box I need to fix.
I have a sponsor.
Appointment at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is. But tomorrow I could help you if you want.
Like, all right, he's not gonna.
Just don't get don't get close to him.
He's like the Colombian version of Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. It's
just like we all acknowledge that he is an omnipotent force, and we just hope that he works with us.
Yeah, and he's just like, it's like, we don't think he's gonna do anything, but except run his small business out of like
Paramus, New Jersey.
Yeah, just like that's
every year I like to donate time to light up trees in the communities. During Christmas.
Sometimes put the trees, but I'm not go back to Colombia.
No. Bogota is no good.
No.
The FARC is no good.
No good. But I will fix your speed box if you want.
You an appointment? No appointment.
No appointment?
No appointment. You call, I come.
Yeah.
You text, I come.
Yeah.
You know?
So anyway, I flicked the cat off of the couch. And Carlos remains without powers for right now.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So Miniature Cusina. Oh, so we're about to play a game. So Miniature Cusina has a Patreon, of course.
Yes.
And Danny and I were going to play a new game called How Many Patrons?
Okay, so I would guess that this seems like it's fairly well funded.
Here's the thing: we have data.
Yeah, we do have data.
Data.
Let's see,
1.76 million subscribers.
Okay, that's a lot.
Plus one more. I'm going to subscribe.
That's a lot.
Okay. This video, the tiny chicken noodle, 36K likes. Man, it is okay. Top comments. Did the miniature onions give you miniature tears?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is classic.
This is fans. These are fans.
Well, actually, hold on for a second. Don't scroll down anymore.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet fucking so much that very quickly you're going to get a fucking rube in the comment section like, YouTube recommends this for me? Oh, of course I'll like it. Like, you're going to get people in the comments who are like, well, YouTube recommended it, and I'm a fucking little, like, just something like that. Like,
all right, let's find. Okay.
Yeah, how long does it take before you get some rube who's like, I'm just here to comment something shitty, like not even a joke or anything like that?
Okay, here we go. What if you got two miniature plastic hands and used them instead? I mean,
that's not a good joke, but he's not making an allusion to YouTube.
Okay, we're going pretty.
YouTube's new job is create. Wait.
Mini chef. Me.
That's not it.
That's not either.
We're probably like 10
Dude, I'm like at definitely 10 comments down.
Oh wait, you know what? I think I know what's up here.
What's up?
This hasn't been caught by the algorithm and sent it to the top page or like the front page in people's recommendations. Because what's happened to me is I will see something on the front page and I'll be like, it'll pique my interest and I'll be like, okay, I'll watch that, and I'll watch it, and then and like I'm telling you, like a bunch of people all in like 6 in a row will be like, oh, thanks for recommending this to me, YouTube, and it
this is a sleeper hit.
Yeah,
I think Alyssa gave us a sleeper hit.
Well, it's not a sleeper in the sense that it's not popular because this person has almost 2 million subscribers, which is a lot.
I'm near the bottom, dude.
Yeah.
It's like these are all like these are people that are about it. Now, here's also the twist. It's ASMR mini cooking chicken.
Yeah.
So now we have an added, like, there's a side community of the ASMR people that watch this, and they're always supporting. They're always like, just like, Whispers are life. Whispers is bad.
Yes.
You know? Okay. So we have all this information. How many patrons?
I think if this person does what most people do on Patreon, where they have a $5 tier, I would say that this person has 500 subscribers, which means that they make around $2,500 per month.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy. Okay. I think this is like a 2,000 patron page.
Okay.
And here's the thing about So I found a trend with ASMR Patreons.
Okay.
A lot of them end up creating adult content.
Wait. It gets.
They say like they're like for $10 you get access to like the adult ASMR. They don't call it that. They call it something else, like the premium Whispers package.
Yeah. ASMR.
Right. And then it is 18 plus. That's why it's and they'll just be like, like while scratching on a box of Kleenex, they'll be like, slap me on my tits. Like, they'll just, that.
Oh, fuck me in my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then some other ASMR artists just straight up just get naked on their channel, but that's just like, you might as well just be whatever.
Sure.
Okay. So I think 2,000 because I think plot twist does adult miniature Cusina stuff.
Okay. Yeah. All
right. So
let's
2,000. I'm gonna say like maybe $4,000 a month.
Okay. What do we got here?
And
well, hold on. Go to the tier levels. What do you got here?
Oh, good point. Okay.
So
So thank you so much. So $2 per month.
$2.
Thank you for the love. So a thank you. You get one entry for the year-end raffle draw, a chance to win a miniature gift item.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
25, the middle option.
Jumps up. From 2 to 25, yeah.
You're awesome. Raffle entry for a monthly draw to win a miniature item. 12 raffle entries for yearly draws. Okay, so this is like a gacha system, basically. Like a phone game.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lottery.
Right. So $50, you just straight up win a miniature gift item. You will just receive one. You get a shout out to your special day. 2 raffle entries for monthly draw, and 25 raffle entries for yearly draw.
And then there's a $100 one.
This is You're an Awesome Chef. $100 per month. Thank you so much for the love and support. Here's your benefits. A recipe will be named after you.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. That's big.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Shout out your special day. Again,
also, we don't know where they're from.
We don't. This is definitely an ESL situation for sure.
Yeah. 50 raffle entries for your thing. Okay. So.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh, man. Carlos and I were fucking raw.
Wasted. Okay. Miniature Cusina has 2 patrons.
And makes $3
a month. Okay. So clearly she's making her money off of YouTube.
There's a wide disparity. This is confusing.
She's making money from YouTube. She's like, she's monetized ads.
Sure.
She's got the numbers to support. Like at those numbers, you're making more than rent.
Yeah, for sure. I guess my thing is too. I guess I'm just surprised that these chuds don't want her miniature stuff. You know,
I'm really surprised she doesn't have adult content.
Yeah, there's no adult content. There's barely any patron. That was fucking. We were both. I mean,
dude, that's how fucking crazy how many patrons is.
Yeah.
You just don't. You never know.
Yeah, we would have both lost Price is Right rules.
Oh,
like,
we
by
would have
long
been
long shot.
The guy who says 1 cent would have won.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to go. I want to pull up the website and the Instagram because I want to figure out where they're from.
Yeah.
And if it's like Denver, I'm gonna be really upset. I'll be really upset if it's
okay. Here's the thing: you can buy her miniature stuff too.
Oh,
you can just straight up buy her stuff on her website. Her miniature cooking utensils.
So she doesn't give a fuck about Patreon. She don't need it.
No, not really.
It's an afterthought.
It is.
Okay.
The other thing too is like, I mean, if she's not manufacturing these things. She's not.
No. There's probably like 15 factories in China that makes this stuff.
This is exactly.
And all you got to do is just get the right contact. You got a PayPal account. Boom, you're done.
Yeah, you know what it is? It must just be the thing where it's like you're not paying for a miniature thing. You're paying for the miniature thing that she uses specifically.
Okay, weird. She has her own doll.
And the doll looks Russian.
It does look Russian.
Kind of Russian. But also kind of Asian, which is Russia. Russia is in Asia.
It could be Eurasian.
Okay.
You know how sometimes. Okay, what
things just took a turn.
What the fuck did I just scroll into?
Okay, so Carlos is on her website. It went down, and immediately, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? All right, take it back. It's a porn thing. It's a porn thing. It's a porn thing. What can I say? Here's the thing, though, you guys. It's not the porn thing you think it is. Now, what it is? So we saw this doll essentially of her. Okay,
we're gonna watch the video.
We saw this doll of her, and then it scrolled down to like, oh, there's the elements that are made of the doll. Then close up to feet.
Close up, soft lighting.
Yeah.
Soft lighting.
Vaseline slathered on the lens, just so much. And it's like, yeah, it's a whole other thing.
There were earrings of her feet.
Yeah, earrings of her feet. Yeah, it turned into a thing.
And now we're watching Jen, she's the chef of Miniature Cusina, unbox her own doll. Which is a doll of herself that was given to her by a doll company.
Also, I would say she kind of looks Asian.
Dude, she kind of looks Asian.
She looks Asian. She looks more Asian than she does Russian, essentially.
Look, I'm going to put it this way. If she's Asian, she's really hiding it so well.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I can't tell at all where this person's from.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Can't tell.
Because you don't see her face at all.
You don't see the face.
What? Oh no, never. She's sort of leaning over to like open the box, but you never see her face, so you can never tell.
She must have a monitor of her camera view to be able to do that so precisely.
Yeah. What is this fucking?
You can buy this doll on supiadolls.net.
Oh, there it is, man. There it is. So it's like she's just pointing them towards this other thing. Like, hey, if you want to fuck this doll, you could go to.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, what is it? Soupy adult. Yeah, this is.
Dude, this is creepy. This is creepy.
It's weird. It's gone into a like Get Out sort of territory.
Okay, so we're just watching. It's just a box of tiny doll clothes.
Yeah, I should also add
hyper accurate.
I mean, this isn't in proportion to the kind of food that she was making. Like,
this is a different tiny.
Yeah. The shoe on its own is the size of like the whole stove, which is way bigger than the person would be.
Yes, this is all fucked up.
This.
All right, there's some dissonance here. We're gonna hold on. Hold on, because we still aren't done scrolling on the website. Okay. This is a blog.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so more accessories, cool. stuff. I mean,
there was like a Volvic water, which leads me to believe it's more European, maybe.
Definitely European.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
this could be Russian again.
I'm thinking Russian.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Russian. Okay, cool. So now we're getting to the. God damn it! Give me a sign, Cusina. Where are you from?
Hello Kitty cooking set. Now we're back to Eastern Asia. God,
I'm gonna reach out to them on Instagram. Ooh.
Okay, all right. Now there's a package with like definitive like
kanji on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like
she might be Japanese. I think this woman is Japanese.
Dude, how could she not be Japanese? Like this screams Japan to
This
me.
is a Marie Kondo ass woman for sure.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
But to God be all the glory. But that's the thing.
She puts to God be all the glory at the end of her video.
It's like a signature.
Yeah.
Dude,
I've
never seen someone so good at hiding where they're from.
You know, actually,
do you know what I mean?
I'm actually really just leaning towards Japanese now because if it was a Russian person, they would have just straight up done porn. At this point,
You're right.
They would have.
You're so right.
They're not going to beat around the bush. But the Japanese, they're a much different, culture than the Russians. You know?
No, this is crazy to me. All right, the last bastion is Facebook, because Instagram, I got nothing from it. There's just links.
I don't think you're going to find anything on Facebook if you're not finding anything on Instagram. But like, gosh.
She has a lot of American fans, though.
Yeah,
usually you'll be able to tell where somebody's from, also based on how many where their fans are from, right?
Oh wait, go up for a sec. Oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, I know. She's pulling apart fried chicken somehow.
Oh wow, tiny fried chicken.
How did she make a drumstick that small? Well, I don't know.
See, this is how she pulls you in.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hey everyone, new video tonight, 8 p.m. Manila time.
This person might be Filipino.
Kind of makes sense.
There we go.
Kind of makes sense.
You know what?
The doll thing seems more natural to me now.
This is very intriguing. So
the God thing makes sense. They are
all about God. They're all about God.
Manny Pacquiao's trying to become Jesus.
Yeah.
It's okay, dude.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I told you. Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. We
didn't see a picture. It didn't reveal any in that way, but yeah, Manila time. That's it.
I just strongly believe. Oh, she made a post on my birthday. I just strongly believe
on your special day.
On my special day. I think I might become a patron. I leave no stone unturned.
Yeah,
and I think that's really what got us. It really all makes sense to me now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we figured it out.
All right. I think it's solved. For now. Yeah, that's good. Very strange. Very, very strange.
I think this is a great way to start an episode. Man.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
into it. Yeah.
So I have stuff ready to go, but do you want to bring up anything? What's up with you?
Yeah, actually, this is very opportune. It's almost as if YouTube wanted me to show you something that I think you'd very much enjoy.
Let's pull it up.
Like let's see. Search.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a guy who popped up into my feed. MARC Mark space REBILLET.
By the way, guys, this episode will be on YouTube, and you'll be able to see what the stuff that we're watching. So
okay, so
you guys can follow along.
I think you're gonna like this. So he's a musician.
This guy's in a bathrobe in his
yellow
bedroom. Yellow bathrobe. Gotta add something to that. It's not quite there yet. Yeah. Creating a beat. This guy. This guy's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, the clap, you bitch. You know the clav is funky.
Yeah. How to make it fun? Wait.
I'm happy with the top end, but it's not funk until
some B say swing.
Oh, dude. Yeah. He's like really swinging his head. Like
now we got a nice thing.
Now we got to ruin it with
my stupid voice. Look at him. He jives.
He is swinging his hip.
Yeah.
This is sexual white chocolate.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh my God.
Look.
Harmonizes. He looped himself in harmony. Holy shit. Okay, so here's the thing about...
Look at he just vibes out. He looks like he has this crazy Thiz face on.
God damn it. Okay, so that's... No, he's just dancing. He's dancing. Oh my God. I love this so much.
I know, right?
I love this so much. Okay, here's the thing about these videos. I watch a lot of these kinds of videos, by the way.
Yeah, these kind of looper videos.
Exactly. I love watching these things. Here's the thing about these like, you know, how to do whatever in 2-minute videos. You have to be a really good musician.
Yeah, you have to be very good at what you do.
Very good at, very comfortable with your instruments.
Yeah.
And really know music theory to just do that like that.
Yeah, and looper videos specifically are one of those things where it's an art that it's like when you make the sushi with the poisonous fish.
Oh,
like
the food.
You knock or you guys know what I'm talking. The Simpsons parody.
Simpsons, yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. But like basically the point is that accessing like a Bose looper or any kind of looper that's a pedal is not hard. And if you go onto YouTube and you just look up like Guitar Center, how to use the Bose RC50 or whatever, you'll get people doing it. And typically what that is, it'll be some like, you know, a 50-year-old dude with a Stratocaster from Guitar Center, just like, so we're going to try out my new looper pedal today. And then he'll do like some weird sort of like soft rock kind of thing where he's competently explaining the concept of a looper, but like the execution is like, it's almost designed essentially to be like very boring, you know, and very stupid essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like the person who who like originally burst that wide open was probably Reggie Watts.
I definitely agree.
Yeah,
Reggie Watts.
for sure. Like,
and also weirdly enough, not a lot since Reggie.
No, there's a lack of it. It's really strange. And that's the thing about loopers is I think you can really only bend two directions, if not including that first thing I just said with the just instructional, like this is how it works videos. You can either go like real experimental, real like ambient music situation,
some Enya shit.
Yeah, like that, or like Explosions in the Sky back in the day or something like that. Or a really effective way to get people to look at you is to like make it like halfway comedic, essentially. Because this is not just a guy being like, here's how to make a funk song. Like he's clearly doing a thing, you know?
So I watch a lot of like how to produce videos, and it's just like, it's just screen capture of DAWs, you know, of computer programs,
a digital audio workstation.
That's all it is. But even then, there's funny editing to keep you engaged.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't really just straight up do it.
Oh no! If you just showed people that, and people have found this out, that it's like, this is almost like one level below a looper, because you're not even doing a loop machine at this point. You're just doing just like
hey there everybody, this is Adobe Premiere Pro, and we're gonna learn how to use this function on Ableton Live now.
And it's just like, it's like, you're like, it'll put you to sleep. which is good if you need to go to sleep. But
That's great ASMR.
Yeah, exactly.
Which side leads me to mention one of my favorite YouTube channels, Unintentional ASMR.
Yeah.
I was just recently watching a lecture on mathematics from MIT that was unintentional. I mean, really, it put me out. But I learned a little bit about high concept mathematics, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, dude, there's a guy who fixes various consoles, electronics, computers, what have you. He's a very nice guy. Mm-hmm. He's super nice, everything like that. And he's just like, what's up, everyone? We're gonna see
that tone. I've heard
what's up, everybody.
I've heard that what's up so many times.
Yeah.
I just got triggered.
Yeah, and his whole game essentially is something to the effect of, I'm going to buy 10 broken PlayStation 4s and see how many of them I can fix, essentially.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he'll go through and the thing is, the methodology behind them is very thorough, but very boring. So, he'll go through each one, see if it turns on. The ones that don't turn on, he'll see if it's the power source or if it's like the logic board or if it's the visualizer or what have you. And by the end of it, you're just like, I just need to lay down for a minute. Like, Now, dude, yeah.
That's why like Big Stacked is not boring.
It's
because there is an underlying layer of insanity.
Yeah, it's insanity
from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, every element of it.
Like, I feel like if you watch enough of them, you might become like a Cult of Cthulhu member.
Yeah, exactly. With Big Stack, you're just sort of like, is he wearing disgusting flip-flops today? Is he going to take a part of his house apart to melt it, or does he have is he going to find a motor in a dump? That is a functional motor.
He has taken parts
of his house apart. Yeah.
To melt.
Yeah, so that he can melt something.
Dude, I'm at the level where I'm like, how long are you holding the shot on this portion of the forge melting? Mm-hmm. That it seems unreasonably close to madness. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I can't watch Big Stacked anymore.
No, you gotta stop.
Because I delve into the madness with Big Stack.
Yeah, no, you can't go too deep into it or else you'll fall into a hole. Also, that guy must go through cameras too, or just have something with a zoom lens, because he's got a fucking forge.
He's got a forge.
So you can't put a camera that close. It'll overheat immediately.
Yeah, you might even you probably melt parts of it.
Yeah, exactly.
At least the tip of the lens is going to start to take some heat damage.
Yeah. Big Stack aside. This guy, Mark Rebele, or what, I can't remember his. Yeah.
Oh,
it's in the search right there.
Yeah, Mark Rebele.
The thing about him is he is just
he's funny.
He's very funny. He's very
he doesn't take himself seriously.
He doesn't take himself too seriously at all. And I think the other thing too is that he's very willing to basically build this character, which is just like a man who's always had sex. Like, and I'm not saying that because I invented it. I'm saying it because like it comes out in his comments, essentially, because like all the comments essentially for him are something to the effect of like, this man made my wife pregnant yesterday, or like people, they're playing into it.
Kind of like Chuck Norris.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's very much like a modern version of that,
So he does live streams, and he did one on his birthday, and this is already in the past. Puts his phone number up.
He's wearing a kimono.
He's from New York, 646.
Yeah.
He's wearing a kimono.
Yeah, he did a show in Brooklyn like 3 months ago, I think.
Did he?
Yeah. And then I looked at his new shows, and the only ones he's doing are Bonnaroo and something like that.
So this guy's legit.
Yeah. Well, he's something for sure. And it's one of those things where I think he's in that weird middle level where like not a lot of people know about him, but he's successful, but he doesn't have like a ton of like dates, essentially,
Yeah, I think he's I think he's definitely part of like maybe like the Twitch community, because this is a live stream. So clearly, it's a YouTube live stream, but he must be on Twitch, like, because this is a streamer thing.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of streamers, like there's piano streamers that like take challenges. They'll send they'll be like, send me a song and I'll try to play it like just by listening to it.
I think people can pay you on YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
you could just pay them directly. Look at that. He's got PayPal on here.
He's got a bunch of shit. He's got a lot of stuff on there. Does he have Patreon? I don't think he even has a Patreon. There's nothing.
He does not have a Patreon.
Yeah, he just has his Bandcamp and...
Fair to say Patreon on the decline?
I would say the concept itself is not like something that is unpopular.
I'm gonna subscribe.
But it's just one of those things where a lot of people do it now. So it's not like an individual thing. Like I remember when last podcast on the left announced that they were going to have a Patreon, and that was probably in like 2014, 2015, and that was maybe 2 or 3 years after Patreon started. So they were like very much in the ground floor. His CD is named Loop Daddy
1 and Loop Daddy 2.
Yeah, that's great. So it's not like it's just harder to distinguish yourself now. Also, I just straight up know people who are like, yeah, I have a Patreon, I'm doing my bonus content, and they're popular enough to where people are just sort of like not doing the bonus content. Like
exactly.
They're just sort of like, yeah, now you're just paying me $5 a month, which is fine, but it is a vast distinction between what Patreon was sort of designed as when it first started and sort of what it's turned into. Because
so for me, one of the accounts that signified early Patreon is Koenigsegg. You ever heard of that?
Oh yeah, Kurtzgesagt.
There it is. So they do these animated videos about stuff in a nutshell, the universe. So one of my favorite ones is the one about
all animated,
beautiful art, very definitely a style that carries on between all of them.
It's heavily vector art, and
heavy vector
art, if for people who don't know, is art that is infinitely scalable. So what that means in real world terms is that like the lines are very crisp. They are incredibly defined, so like colors don't really bleed and blend together, It's some version of art that is sort of design, rather. It's not really art, it's design. It's a design aesthetic that has come up ever since Adobe Illustrator became incredibly popular. And for example, something that's not vectory is a painting, because everything is
blended in, it's soft, all that.
Yeah.
So Koenigsegg, my favorite video from them is the Fermi paradox, where are all the aliens?
Yeah.
That's a really great video to watch if you've ever asked yourself, hey, why haven't we met aliens yet? And it's animated because I'm kind of like, I fucking got brain damage, man. I'm like, I might have an English degree, but I don't know how numbers really work. Like I'm telling you, like, if you told me this room is 100 square feet, I'd be like, oh, cool. Like,
yeah.
Is that big? Like, I don't understand numbers that way.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm math illiterate.
Math illiterate,
no, I wouldn't say that. I'm math. I guess I don't understand the concept of numbers very well.
You know what you are?
What's that?
I
can do arithmetic, no problem.
You have math.
Dyslexia?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I have math dyslexia.
You have dyslexia.
Cool, man. Because I got a perfect score on my English SAT, but I failed the math part.
Yeah.
Cool. I have math dyslexia. We figured it out.
Yeah.
But anyways, this video explains it offers explanations as to why we haven't met aliens yet. And one of them, man, being a stoner is great. This is gonna give me real anxiety. Okay, here we go. So one of them is that there's a theory that we are either the first species that will achieve interspace, like intergalactic travel.
Yes.
And that's why we haven't met any of them yet.
Yeah.
Or we're the last.
Mm-hmm.
We're the last. They're all dead.
Yeah. Or rather, everyone that has tried has died. essentially.
So that's a different one. So
that's a different one?
So there's a different one. A different one is The Wall, which I love this one.
The Wall's crazy.
The Wall is, so this one is just any species that becomes capable of intergalactic travel is bound to destroy itself before it achieves that travel.
Yeah. And it's not, it can be destroy itself. It most likely is, but there's other things.
I mean, that's why there's so many of them. So the Fermi paradox is like, I think 12 different theories or something.
There's a lot of, it's multiple for sure.
But the reason I bring them up is because they're definitely an example of old school Patreon.
Yeah.
And we get to play our favorite game.
That's right.
How many patrons?
I don't know if they're going to say so this one for sure has a fuck ton of them. But there's going to be no doubt about that. But I don't think they're going to show how much money they make,
which is an option.
Yeah,
that's an option. So we have a couple of options here. So number one, we can say our patron guests, or we could say they don't show it.
Yeah,
So what do you think?
I don't think they show it. But I don't think they show the number amount that they make. I
don't think they show the money amount either.
Yeah, but I think
they show patrons.
I think they show patrons, and I'm going to say they have 5,000 patrons.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
This is OG Patreon for people who don't know. They've been around for a minute. Yeah.
Decade?
No, because Patreon was only invented in 2012.
So they've been here since 2012.
Yeah, probably 13. 14 maybe.
No, I'm saying they hopped on since 2012. I'm saying they're probably like one of the first people to use it.
Yeah. If there's an option to see when they created their Patreon, I'm curious too about that.
We'll see about that. All right, cool. I'm gonna say my guess is 2,000 patrons.
Okay.
Because it is the same as my first guess. Here we go.
All right, I'm at 5,000. Carlos is at 2,000.
Kurzgesagt in a nutshell has.
Whoa! Okay, we were again both wrong, but I would be accurate in this case.
Danny closer to the number, so you win. It is 12,521 patrons, and your guess, they do not show the money that they make.
Yeah, no, there's a point
because that would be crass.
Yeah.
And holy fucking shit, dude.
Oh, wait. So let's see. We have weird business model, different pillars in Patreon. One of the enable for YouTube channel in 2013. The average video took about 150 hours. Okay, so that means that Kurzgesagt was operating and functional since at least 2013, which means that they have been around since before then, which means they're like they jumped onto Patreon probably
right when it started
at the end of year one.
This is outliership.
Yeah.
This is right place, right time, right talent.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? Okay, so we figured that out and we got to play that game. Cool. All right.
Yeah, which also just I'm just remembering how we even got here was because Mark Riboulet or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Mark Riboulet.
He doesn't have a Patreon.
He's not
a Patreon
because
person.
He's new school. He's streamer. Koenigsegg doesn't do streams.
No, they don't do streams.
Let me see if
streaming is such a fucking big deal now,
dude. It's huge.
It's so crazy. I mean, I guess it just goes to show how some people are really connected to that and some aren't, because like I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how like one of their they went on a radio show essentially, and it was populated by an older generation, like that was the host, and not only had they only heard of them 2 weeks prior to that, but they didn't even know that they had a Patreon.
Really?
So, yeah, for sure. Twitch. So let's see. Is Mark
I'm looking for Mark Riboulet on Twitch. Let's see. Where did I put? Okay.
Here he is.
Mark Riboulet. Copy you. And then we're going to throw Mark Riboulet into Twitch. Yeah.
Oh, he is. He has. Look at the facial expression, and that's a vector drawing.
That's a vector drawing. He does.
He twitches.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it, dude.
It looks like he's fairly new to it, though.
He doesn't commit to this. So so YouTube, it seems, is his main streaming.
Yeah,
and you can tell this is a YouTube stream because of the logos under the followers. So this is a YouTube native streaming. He doesn't Twitch. He has done it before. I'm fascinated by this guy, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's very interesting for sure.
I mean, he's doing the whole self-marketing thing perfectly.
Yeah, and I have to say, kind of pursuant to what you were saying before regarding Reggie Watts being like the main beat looping or the main looping guy. I'm glad that somebody else is at least in this way. I'm sure there are other people doing it.
Because I wouldn't call this guy a stand-up.
No.
Because Reggie, the thing is, Reggie is a musician, but first he was a performer. He's a stand-up.
He mixed the two in an interesting way. Maybe this is a bit of a broad.
This Mark Riboulet wouldn't be on a comedy show. He would be doing his own concert.
Yeah, he has, because there's a couple not live streams, but like recordings of live performances.
Yeah.
And this is what makes me think, I kind of put him in sort of the improv category.
Yeah.
Because during his performance, he was taking suggestions from the audience, not in a direct, like, I'm going to need a suggestion, but like he was talking to people and he was sort of still in this character and everything, you know, and building songs off of some of those things. And I have to say, I think it's a little bit more refreshing in the way he's doing it, because that's the thing, is like, I remember I saw Reggie Watts for the first time in 2007 or 2008 at Bumbershoot in Seattle, Washington, which is a comedy and music festival out there, and it was crazy because it was very
it's where hippies go to spawn.
Yes, but the cool weird part was that they always had the comedy element to it, and a lot of people who would become real big deals, you know, like for whatever reason they would end up on the Bumbershoot stage at some point. Like I remember that year specifically, I saw Morgan Murphy, John Mulaney, and Matt Braunohler, like and again in 2008, like way before. And Reggie Watts was one of the other guys. And I remember it was so distinctive. Can I have another one of these things?
These are here for tasting.
Lovely.
These are here for everyone.
I remember seeing Reggie, and I remember loving it. And that was the weirdest part, because that was the peak right there. Everything after that went downhill. And not necessarily in quality, but just he started doing not what the Guitar Center guys do, but like his version of what the Guitar Center guys do when it comes to
phoning it in.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't think he's phoning it in, because I think he cares about it. But for whatever reason, his performances that I saw after that, they just seemed weird and not like as good as what I saw. Because this guy, you know, he has a lot of YouTube videos that are out.
Mark Riboulet.
Yeah, Mark Riboulet. He's got a lot of YouTube videos that are out, and it's I've watched a couple of them, and they all have, like, you know, their own distinct flavor and thing. But that's the thing. Reggie Watts, he didn't really record a lot of his stuff. They were very ephemeral and in the moment,
because that's like stand up.
But that's the problem, though, is that there was no posterity for the things that.
Oh, you mean like okay, I know what you mean. So in my mind, I love Patton Oswalt.
Yes.
For me, Patton Oswalt in the late 90s, early 2000s represented like indie punk rock comedy.
Yes. In
a way that it's nostalgic to me. Like I romanticize it. And one of the greatest examples of that is Patton Oswalt did a show once at Maxwell's, which is a legendary music venue in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay.
And he was following a bunch of bands like the Pubes and the Scabs and shit. And then he just did this set kind of drunk, and it was recorded.
Oh,
it was a Hanukkah show.
Okay. All right.
It was like weird. It was not for Hanukkah. It just happened to be Hanukkah as well.
Yeah.
And it's a bootleg.
Yeah.
And I've had it I mean, over 10 years. Like I've had this, like, you know, and it's available on online. You can listen to it, but it's the Patton Oswalt Live at Maxwell's bootleg.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the funniest he's ever been.
That's very funny.
Everything after that just wasn't the same. Like it just wasn't this. It lost this kind of like grittiness.
Yeah.
This underground kind of like punk thing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In some ways, I think we're on the same page.
I think so. That's what I'm saying. Is like I think we're on the same page. Where like to me that was like this. It's not like to me he got bad or he's not funny. I still enjoy all of his stuff after that point, but it just wasn't the same after that moment, after that performance.
This is what I would say to that. I like, and if I can stick with the sort of Patton sort of analogy in this case.
And by the way, this was before Werewolves and Lollipops.
Okay, so it's in that weird little space after his first album, before his second album.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I would say to that. I think in this case, because Patton, it's like you can like him or you can dislike him. However, I do think he's evolved in a way.
He has.
So he's writing different material. He's not sticking to the same thing. Reggie is different because I think between 2008 in 2012, what happened is I saw him in 2008. I'm making it kind of about me. I saw him in 2008, thought that was great, and saw a really, really just like sharpened, on point version of himself.
A hungry
Reggie.
Yes. A hungry Reggie.
Yes, for sure. And then from there, he started leaning on elements of his act that were like, that really should only be like the slightest of seasoning, you know?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
He over-seasoned the dish.
Yeah. So another analogy is Fred Armisen. If you ever watch any episodes of Portlandia, what you will find time and time again is that he does this thing. Because Portlandia is so improv, I was on the show for a hot second. I not like as a recurring character or anything, but I did extra work on it, and I saw their miniature, like, you know, like screenplays, essentially their episodes written out, and there was no dialogue on them.
Really,
it's all action. So everything was improv essentially on that show. And what happens is when Fred Armisen catches himself in a corner or has a nervous tick or anything, what he would do is he'd do this. He would, I'm just doing the line and just like you get this crazy stutter.
Oh, he turns into a nebbishy like Woody Allen like stuck robot thing. Like.
Yeah, but like different versions of it. Like he would do that in different characters. It was weird.
I think he's a psychopath, man.
Oh no, he straight up is.
Okay,
sure.
Cool.
But
I've only heard bad things about Fred Armisen.
Oh, yeah.
Time, which is the craziest thing to say.
And that's the weird thing is like if Fred is sort of the one side of the coin, Reggie's the other, because Reggie would do the thing where he would start just doing this weird little improv things that were just almost nonsense. Like it was too nonsense to sustain being funny. So there's another tie-in. You know that one YouTube video, this is an old video that was made in like the 70s of Italians who are doing like a disco dance, and it's like what Italians hear when they hear English but don't know what English sounds like, or like don't know how to translate English. Do you know that?
I don't.
Oh, you should look that up. You should look that up.
Okay. Do you have like a title maybe?
Like Italians hearing English or English dance, or yes.
Let's see what the search helps.
Yeah. I'll know immediately.
Oh, I mean, is this the?
No, it's. Oh, wait. It is. I think that is it. Yeah, that is it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is it.
Okay. How have I never seen this before?
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't.
Dude, I'm ashamed. This is incredible.
Yeah.
So we're watching basically... This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is as a 70s musician, looks like a crooner or soul singer, but but Italian, like from Italy. Like this is an Italian show.
Yeah.
This is like Italian Spider-Man. This is incredible.
Yes, exactly.
What is he trying to be? Elvis?
I don't really know what it is.
I don't get it. I'm getting Bill Hicks from him.
But the thing about it is it's this the content of it is sort of irrelevant. What it is him just sort of saying like gobbledygook, you know.
He's doing what we do, fake Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh, bibbidi bobbidi dobbidi boobidi.
It's me going,
but instead he's saying, he's like, chew, pickle, tibble, cucumber going down, side, get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and then okay, so then he has like a partner here. The song is called Prison Colon Es and Sin Ein Qui Sol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This okay.
So this is what I'm saying. It's this kind of stuff that Reggie would do ad nauseum, and it would be less. It just was less funny, and not talking literally this though.
But I know what you mean. In music, it's called a motif.
Yeah.
So it's a reoccurring thing. So two things on this. This is beautiful. I love this. Two things. Number one, I was on a festival in DC with Reggie, at the Kennedy Center. It was DC Comedy Festival, and I saw him perform in the theater, and I'm telling you, I enjoyed it, but the whole performance was this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, this is like exactly what I saw.
It was just too much gibberish and gobbledygook, and the thing about that is that, like, yeah, it's a thing that you can use a little bit, but there wasn't an act per se. It was just like, just imagine improv, but with no input, essentially. So, and
it's a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah, and
it's a error loop.
Yeah. It is very error loop-y, and the only thing that keeps it going is just like the sheer confidence that nothing is wrong. Essentially,
that's what it is.
Like, and he doesn't.
It's like the coyote running off the cliff.
Yeah.
And then, as long as he doesn't look down, he's still running.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Reggie would be able. He would just keep doing that and keep running, and then, you know, because he is a musical oddity and he is a looping guy, he would he'd be like, all right, I'm going back to doing my looping. He wouldn't say it literally, but he would just start doing a beat again, and then people would be like, oh, now I'm intrigued by this, because most people aren't musicians. Most people don't know how these complicated or at least intricate machines work. So by very nature of that, they're interested again. And it's music. You can like bob your head to it and what have you. Mm-hmm. The difference between him and Mark Riboulet is that, I think anyway, this Mark character, he seems to be at least recording his things enough for posterity to say like, hey, you can look back on this, you know, you can see this, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I did that at one point in time, you know. And
he's a man not afraid of change.
Yeah, at least it appears that way.
Because to record that and to be okay with pointing out that this is what I used to be is someone who's not afraid of change.
Yeah.
Someone's like, if you're not posting that stuff, but also at the same time, Reggie was doing all of that stuff during a time where it was a little bit less common to record your sets as a comedian or whatever performer and put it on the internet like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that time, 2008, definitely is a time where that wouldn't have happened.
That's a very interesting part, too, because you're right about that, where most people weren't recording their sets in that way, because they weren't. And the one way I think I would say that he's a little different is because he's a musician. It's like, everybody knows what a music video is. Mm-hmm. Like, that's existed for decades at this point. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he never plugged that in, and by at least 2012, you know, had more of that, was bizarre. Because I remember looking at his old YouTube page and he had some uploads, you know, but it just wasn't as prolific as this guy. And again, different times, different places, you know.
That's also a good point. But I do see the similarities, and maybe we'll call it missed opportunity. Here's one guy that I love that is Mark Ribble. He's like, so this is to me the DJ version of Mark Ribble. His name is DJ Party Boy 69.
Okay, I have not heard of this person.
Party Boy BOI. And Party Boy 69 does ghetto house stuff. He's from Australia.
Okay, all right.
And he does his own music video. He's got a song called Ketamine Dreams, where he is with a horse. And this is in Australia.
Yeah.
But like the character of Party Boy 69, and by the way, he tours. I love is that he has, this is his music video for Can I Vape in Here? He's got a New Balance sneaker on a gold chain.
Yes,
and he's wearing the same New Balance sneakers. He's got a 69 on his belt buckle.
Yeah.
And he always has his glasses skewed. Like they're
always skewed?
Always skewed no matter what. Boom, another one. Dip on the dance floor. It's part of his character that his glasses don't fit right. Like because he's a party boy. So he's always kind of fucked up.
This is like Tim and Eric if they knew how to DJ. He looks like Eric Wareheim.
Yeah, a little bit. He does look like a tall Australian Eric Wareheim. This is his dancing. Here's the thing. As someone who works, who put in the time to learn how to produce music.
Yeah.
I can tell you that this guy is a really good musician. He's a really good producer.
You can tell that it's not just shoddy because it's bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He knows he's good with what he does.
Yeah.
So the character of Party Boy 69 to me is just that is what, to me, that's what's missing from right now modern house music.
Oh, yeah.
Everything right now is trying to be too sexy. It's trying to be too commercial. EDM, say what you will about it, okay?
Yeah.
But here's what I will say about it. It did bring up other genres with it that people didn't really know about. I've been, since I was 12, I used to go collect CDs here in New York. I would go to the Virgin Megastore in Times Square, to the import section down in the basement and get import CDs from DJs from Europe.
Yeah.
So I've been in that fucking world for a long, over 20 years. Wow. 20 years. 20 years. And house music, dude, is about fucking just sweating.
Yeah.
Just sweating.
Yeah.
Just beat.
Sweating.
Just
pills.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Smells.
Fucking drinks. And this is what Party Boy 69 is about.
Yeah.
Now, does he have a Patreon?
Does he have one?
Let's find out. He's got a TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
I don't post anything on it. I just my friend Carrie will send me TikToks, and I have the app to view them, and I've actually used it twice just to make videos of weird stuff that I see that I will usually just send to her, essentially.
So we got Party Boy 69 on TikTok.
He's got the New Balance on the chain again.
Glasses skewed. And he's rocking the shit out of a recorder.
I will say only 44 likes, but that's interesting to me because that means he really truly is still more undergroundy.
He's super undergroundy. So Party Boy 69, we have an Instagram. How many followers? 41.
Okay, so he's got 41,000 followers on Instagram. So
41,000. Always keep it 69. I love it.
Yeah.
His profile picture, glasses skewed.
Yeah.
He's got email address. Oh, so he's repped.
Yeah, he's one of these. See, this is the very weird thing about these guys.
Australian people
well, not just Australians, but people in these weird little zones where it's most people don't know about them, but they have representation, you know, like they're on the up and up in this weird way. And maybe they just like kind of fucking drift into nothing. They never like, you never hear from them again in any kind of mainstream way. But a lot of times they do blow up, which is what happened to Reggie Watts.
That is correct.
You know, he got real big in that way. He had a couple Conan appearances, I remember specifically, kind of going back to 2011.
Exactly.
2012, 2013. Way back before that, in 2009, if you recall, he was on Conan's I Just Got Canceled tour.
He was
that.
He was a huge part of that.
Yeah, he was one of the people on that. And now he's currently on the he's on James Corden's.
Well, he's the lead band member, which I think is exactly one of the best things for him as a position.
That's the weird thing. He kind of it is in this way.
It's the perfect job, dude.
Yeah, it's the best.
You're an improvisational musician.
Yeah, it's like it takes the onus off him from performing all the time, essentially, to just doing little bop, or
support.
Exactly, support. Because when Reggie just goes on his own, the same thing happens. And this isn't to like, malign him, because like the dude is like incredibly prolific, incredibly talented, all that stuff.
And also still funny. Like even though it's this weird stuff, like I remember in 2015, I went to this 2017. I went to the High Times Cannabis Cup in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Actually, it was San Bernardino, an hour outside of LA. But I was working that event.
Yeah.
And I was working the door, and I got like VIP passes and all that shit. So anyways, I get to see Snoop Dogg.
Sounds right.
So here's the thing. Snoop Dogg didn't go up and rap and perform his music. Snoop Dogg DJ'd his own music and then proceeded to jazz like scat over his own music.
So he's not even ad-libbing. He's jumping from the ad-lib, which is acceptable if you're a rapper. Like he could easily do like he could do that, but he's not.
He's not. Imagine hearing like, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and then you just hear Snoop go zibba zibba zo zibba da da rappa rappa do 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 zibba dow dow Snoop Dogg.
I mean, he was probably incredibly high.
So high that he couldn't perform his own music and had to DJ. I'm buying that story.
For sure.
So anyways, Party Boy 69, not on Patreon. Because he don't need it. He's repped. And so this is to me the less known version of a Mark Riboulet.
Well, I think this is the distinction too. If you're repped, you don't have Patreon. Patreon is for people, and I mean that makes that the correlation is a straight line. It's right there, because that's what that whole website is. It's like I've in some way, shape, or form I do not have representation, and so I cannot look to representation to help me make money. So I have to look to people. I have to kind of circumnavigate that to go to fans directly in that way.
Damn, I think that's a real strong correlation. And if you are repped and you're still on Patreon, you're being greedy.
Well, actually, the people that I know that I know, I don't know them personally, is Last Podcast on the Left. They're repped, but that's the thing is.
But that happened after they got their Patreon.
Yeah, it happened after they got their Patreon, and they're not repped so that they can get more opportunities. I don't think, because those guys will put a date up in like fucking any place in the United States, and it just sells out. It just sells out. So like they're yeah, maybe they probably have people helping them in some ways, but like their reps are primarily just like logistical people who are like,
they just probably have road agents.
That's exactly.
They probably don't have managers, because you don't need a manager when you already are a successful thing. Exactly. So they don't have that. But they definitely have booking agents to take care of all of the minutia.
Yes.
Of picking a place and being, I want to do a show there on the 29th.
Yeah.
They take care of that for you.
Booking agent is the better word for it.
Yeah, and a booking agent is like, that is the thing that will make you so much money.
Really?
But it is so hard.
Yeah, it's a puzzle
to get one. It is incredibly hard to get one. Because a booking agent is like, this isn't like the typical, like when you think of your mind an agent, you'd be like some sleazy guy in a suit that's just like, all right, babe, we're going to get you in a room. We're going to sign some papers. We're going to make it. That's not a booking agent.
Yeah.
A booking agent is usually like a 40-year-old woman in a tiny home office that's like, all right, you're going to do Scranton. You're going to do Tuscaloosa. You're going to do this. I got them all booked. Show up and get that money. Boom.
Yeah.
That's a booking agent.
Yeah.
A good example is probably, Mike Birbiglia's movie Sleepwalk with Me.
Yes.
The booking agent that he met was just like a 50-year-old lady who like just started sending him on university gigs.
Yes.
That's a booking agent. It's less sexy. It's all about money. It's all about dates.
Yeah, and it's all about sneaking things together like that in a line too, because an element of that is even drier than that, which is just how many people can this person bring in? What dates are available? Can you physically get from like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Fort Wayne, Indiana in under 7 hours? Because if you can't, then we can't have them next to each other.
You're right.
It's minutia like that. Oh yeah, and probably it has to do with just like getting in contact with these venue owners, a group of people, venue owners that is, who are like can't have the potential to be notoriously like non-responsive. Or,
just like the worst people to work with.
Yeah,
You're lucky if you get a competent, responsive venue owner.
Yeah, they're just like a cat. Like it's like they immediately get distracted by another thing, even if they have something to do.
Right, they're like a cat. They must be swept off.
They must be swept off the couch with confidence.
So hard. Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
That was so great.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see where we're at. I think this has been fucking great. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got a nice little roundabout. We ended in a nice little roundabout way. It's not connected to the beginning of it, but like I didn't feel pretty much there was a through line.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
It was tiny cooking.
It was why they had to show the feet.
Dude,
they had
I
to.
can't believe
they had
I was
to.
right.
It
was right. It was just weird. It was just like weird non-porn.
It was weird non-porn. It was, wait, go back to, what does she say at the end of her posts again? It was
miniature Cusina. Actually, I took a screenshot of it, so I have it right here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It is "To God be all the glory."
Yeah. That's all I got to say is, you know what? To God be all the glory.
And that is the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Check us out on YouTube. You'll be able to see the videos that we were talking about. And you know what? Try Ugly Water. Not bad.
Yeah, I think it's a perfectly normal substitute for LaCroix if you're not feeling LaCroix this month,
And we're done. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Carlos and Penny's guilty treasures. Carlos and Penny's guilty treasures. Carlos and Penny's guilty treasures.
Yeah.